Today there are interesting updates from the Pokrovsk direction. Here, the main Russian mission for the summer campaign has officially failed, in direct violation of Putin's order and deadline. Instead of taking control of the entire Donbas, the Russians lost thousands of soldiers and hundreds of armored vehicles without being able to even capture Pokrovsk. Ukrainian troops have launched a clearing operation across the Dobropillia sector, especially around Volodymyrivka, which became a graveyard for Russian armor during the recent failed mechanized assaults. After days of relentless fighting, dozens of Russian tanks and armored vehicles now lie scattered and burning across the fields. Ukrainian infantry, supported by reconnaissance and FPV drones, are searching through the gray zone, targeting surviving Russians hiding in basements and bushes. Those who can still walk are fleeing, but not eastward toward their own lines, rather deeper into the salient toward Nykanorivka and Zatyshok, seeking refuge among the already encircled Russian forces that have been trapped for weeks. Ukrainian soldiers report that this chaotic flight is only refilling the pocket with more troops, sealing their own fate. With limited ammunition, minimal food, and no escape routes, these Russians are essentially walking into their own death trap. Every additional Russian inside the pocket makes it easier for Ukrainians to locate and destroy them under the constant drone fire control. The Ukrainian General Staff reports steady progress, recapturing several square kilometers and consolidating control over Volodymyrivka and Mayak. Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrsky, who recently visited the front, confirmed that counter-sabotage and clearance operations are ongoing to eliminate Russian reconnaissance groups and isolated units still hiding in the area. Syrsky said that his forces will remain active after holding a field briefing with the commanders overseeing the Dobropillia counteroffensive. Since August 21st, Ukrainian troops have neutralized nearly 13,945 Russian soldiers, with over 8,400 killed, 5,400 wounded, and 124 captured. The operation is now entering its consolidation phase, with units securing logistics routes and fortifying newly regained ground. Meanwhile, Ukrainian drones continue hunting down stragglers and supply vehicles, ensuring no new Russian reinforcements can reach the front. This renewed Ukrainian advance has shattered Russia's carefully staged narrative. The summer offensive, touted as the operation that would finally secure the rest of Donbas for the Russians, was supposed to start with the capture of Pokrovsk, a key logistical hub. From there, Russian generals planned to swing northeast to outflank the Ukrainian defensive belt stretching from Kostiantynivka to Sloviansk. Over 100,000 troops were committed to this goal, backed by months of talks promising swift results. Instead, the Russian army has failed to achieve a single strategic objective, only capturing fields, tree lines, and isolated settlements across the front. Notably, for the first time in the war, Moscow launched a major summer offensive with almost no tank reserves, relying instead on motorcycles and refurbished relics from storage. However, the expanded Ukrainian drone control has rendered even those useless, striking deep into Russian formations up to 25 kilometers behind the front. Meanwhile, precision strikes by HIMARS, long-range drones and missiles have devastated Russian supply depots, fuel convoys and command posts. Every ton of destroyed ammunition pushes resupply back by weeks, paralyzing Russian operations. Even the brief Russian advance toward Dobropillia ended in humiliation, and what was supposed to be a breakthrough that needed to take Pokrovsk into a pocket ended in disaster. The failure could not have come at a worse time for Russian high command, as Putin personally set the Donbas capture deadline before the winter, with Russian political leadership boasting that the Russian army would complete the mission within months. Overall, with the autumn rains turning the battlefield into mud and Ukrainian artillery and drones maintaining total fire control, Russia's Donbas campaign has stalled completely. The offensive season will soon be over, and Russia's long-term goal to liberate Donbas is once again out of reach. All Putin's army achieved was to dig itself deeper into the stalemate, literally and politically, as Ukraine's counteroffensives push forward and another of his promises turns into dust. Now even the American president has acknowledged the worsening situation of the Russians and is openly discussing Ukraine's willingness to counterattack with stronger military support. If you would like to explore other key developments today that we couldn't cover in this video, make sure to visit our interactive news map. The base map is completely free to use, so even with a free membership you can follow the Frontline updates daily and preview the latest news and combat footage. More importantly, the map lets you see exactly where the most significant events are unfolding, giving you a complete overview of the global situation in just 5 minutes a day. The link to our interactive map is in the description below. Thank you for watching this update, and a special thanks to everyone already following our interactive map.